All right, my man.
Okay, go ahead.
I need you to talk to me. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, man. Peace and greetings. How you doing?
All right. I need you to introduce yourself.
My name is Khalil, Ibn Khalil Islam.
Okay. And you are the son of
I'm the
who?
son of Khalil Islam, the one they accused of assassinating Malcolm X, Thomas 15X.
Okay. Now, with that being said, brother, how was it growing up as a young man? Like, how did you come into the religion of Islam?
Well, I came to Islam through my father. My father was around the corner on 16th Street. He was an FOI lieutenant, and I was 6 years old, and he used to take me out with him on the weekend to sell Muhammad speech.
Right.
Prospect Avenue in the Bronx. And then he'd take me to the mosque on Sundays. You know, you had to come. It used to be, it wasn't around the corner. It used to be the front entrance where the stores at.
Right.
Up. It was, you go in the building, and an old elevator.
Okay.
They open it up, and when you go upstairs, they search you. And then you go in, you shoot the flag, and you got the brothers on the left, the sisters on the right. And then they had services every Sunday.
So, would it be safe to say that your parents introduced you to
My father.
your
No,
father?
not my mother, my father.
Your
My
father.
mother, they were separated. My mother and father were separated. My father took me under his wing and brought me to right here on 16th Street.
Okay. And did you ever meet Malcolm X personally?
No,
Your
not
father?
personally, no. My father was familiar with, my father was like his assistants. My father was his assistants and Muhammad Ali.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you met Ali as well.
No, I didn't meet him, but I'm just telling you that my father was both of their assistants, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, and Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
When you change your name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, my father was my father had to, was with him.
Okay.
Not me, my father.
Your father.
Right.
All right. All right. Now let me turn this on. See something. Um. Yeah, that would be better right here with the screen right here. So, brother, my next question to you would be this: I would like to know, how did it feel when your father was falsely accused of killing Malcolm X?
Well, you gotta remember something. I was 6 years old, number one, so I really didn't know what was going on. I went to school, and I came home one day, and my mother gave me the daily newspaper. She said, "Open up the paper, tell me who you see." So when I opened the paper up, it was my father. Not knowing, all I knew he was in the paper. I didn't know nothing about the case and nothing. 'Cause I was 6 years old.
You were 6 years old when your father was falsely accused.
Right, I was 6 years old. So as time went on, then I started realizing why he was incarcerated.
Oh, so your mother didn't let you know right away?
No, not right away, no. No.
Wow. Did it affect your childhood?
Of course it
Knowing
did. Of course it did.
in what way? Like, how was life
Well,
growing up?
well, growing up, brother, I came up um, doing a lot of all negative things, running in the street, man, doing all kind of crimes, going to jail. You know what I mean? 12 years old. And I started from 12 years old. I just ran ragged because you got to remember something. When you have a foundation, when you have a mother and father in the house, and the leadership leave, everything goes. See what I'm saying? So I was no more going to the mosque no more. I was with my mother because my father was incarcerated. See, my father was shielding me from the streets by taking me to the mosque. But when he got arrested, that was it. So my life was ruined from then to now.
Okay, did you keep in touch with him through prison?
Of course, years. I see my father. When I first see my father, I was about maybe. I was in my almost 20, in my 20s, almost. I can't remember. But I know maybe I was about maybe 18, 19, 20. I see my father in Auburn. And the next time I see my father was 1974 in Clinton. He had life, I had 10 years. I met my father in the penitentiary. But he did sit me down and told me that he felt bad because if that never would have happened to him, I would have never been in jail. I would have never been doing the stuff I was doing.
Oh, so you grew up angry from the absenteeism of your father?
Sure, definitely. Grew up angry, and I just got involved with the peer pressure in the street. So that go with the territory. You start committing crimes, smoking, drinking, and that's the name of the game.
Okay. Now, as you grew older and you became aware of this information, of your father being falsely accused
Right.
of killing Malcolm X, let's talk about when it was fresh and those who didn't believe. Some people still believe that your father
Because they're ignorant.
killed
But
Malcolm
no,
X.
but listen, if you watch Netflix, my father was home with arthritis. My father is light skinned. They said the man with the shotgun was dark skinned. There's no, you don't know the difference between light skin and dark skin. Not only that, my father was home with arthritis. Both brothers was home. So how can they be at two places at one time? And the nation knows that because my father they were the enforcers.
Right,
You gotta read through the lines. They were the enforcers, but they was home. So how can he be at the older Bible?
right.
And then, to top that off, how could Betty Shabazz get on the witness stand and say they killed my father when my father walked you and your husband in the umbrella in the rain to a cab? So you don't know the difference between my father and the person that shot your husband?
Now let's talk about Shetty Shabazz. Why do you think she went that route?
I don't know, brother. We don't know to this day. Nobody know but God.
Was Shetty Shabazz close to your father? Was they
No, they wasn't close. No.
no?
No. My father never really talked to Malcolm. My father just made sure that him and the family was okay. And Malcolm made a statement concerning that they don't communicate. But my father wasn't like that. He was on the job, just doing what he got to do. Like I'm here, I'm just doing my job. I really don't have nothing to say to people.
Okay. Now your father came from the Mars 25, right?
No, sir.
What Mars he
Mars
came?
number 7 around the corner.
Oh, he came from Mars number 7.
Right, that's totally different, brother. That's Jersey. Mars number 7, Jersey. My father from New York.
Okay. Okay.
That's why you gotta watch the DVD. No, my father's from right here. It wasn't Malcolm Shabazz, it was Mars number 7.
Yes, but there was a few killers. I mean, there was some. They accused, I believe, 4 Muslims.
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Mars number 25.
Now, Mars 25. Now, that's the Mecca, right?
Of Jersey, New Jersey.
Of New Jersey.
Newark, New Jersey.
And if I'm not mistaken, is that the first Mars? Was that Mars created before the Mars number 7?
No, I think they was created about the same time. I believe so.
Because the leader of that Mars was in prison with Elijah Muhammad.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you're aware of that, but
No, I'm not aware of that.
according to the documentary,
Yeah,
it was,
the documentary is everything's fiction. You can't believe everything you read. Like now, I'm telling you, my father innocent. That's why we praying that they're exonerated, even though it's 55 years later. But now they come up with Netflix, which is Abdul Rahman Muhammad. He's telling you that the time Thomas Edley Mujahid was indicted, he said these two brothers had nothing to do with it. But they wanted names. 12 years later, he gave the names, and they still ain't cut him loose.
wow. And your father still, he
No,
passed
He passed '09.
in '09.
Right. Muhammad Aziz is still here. He's 81 years old. But both of our families is shattered because everything went down.
Shatter in what way? Elaborate.
The shattered means, your father's gone, you running wild, you ain't got no Islam, and you just do what you want to do. The damage is done.
Wow.
I can't get that back. No matter what these people do for me today, 2020, that's not going to be my father back. That's not going to be back the time me and my father were separated as a child. For me to meet my father in prison, at the age of 21 years old.
How was that for you?
Well, I wasn't the way I am today. I was more on the wild side, so it didn't mean nothing to me. I knew that was my father. I met him in the movie theater. He waved, I waved, and he asked me how much time I had. I had 10 years. He had life, but we had a different lifestyle. I wasn't mature. I was very immature. I was doing a lot of the same thing I was doing in the street. I was doing in there, and he didn't understand that. You my son. He said, 'cause I didn't think he'd be. He didn't realize that I had another life. But that happened because we separated.
Was you angry at your father?
Never, never. No, of
Was you angry at the Nation of Islam?
course. They ain't do nothing for him.
Now, when you say they ain't do nothing for him, you going for the higher upper reads on down?
They ain't do nothing for him. They ain't do nothing for him. They ain't do nothing for Muhammad Aziz. They ain't do nothing.
Wow. So you're not a firm believer of the NOI to this day?
Well, I'm not with the NOI. I mean, I respect Farrakhan. I came from that. I respect everybody. I don't have no modest in my heart. At one time I did, but God took that away from me. But I'm not with that Nation of Islam. I respect them because that's where my father came from. You gotta remember, Elijah passed 1975. And once Elijah passed, Emir Wafdi Muhammad, his son, came in. And that's when everybody converted, and that's when they split. So that's why you have the NOI, then you have the Water Street, Emir Wafdi Water Fellowship. You got two different fellowships.
Now, during the court hearing, to my surprise, I was told, as it was being displayed during the documentary on
Right.
Netflix, that no one came to court.
I just told you that.
Wow.
And the FBI, listen, they know that's why I'm telling everybody to watch Netflix, because Netflix is telling you everything. They revealing everything. I mean, it's 55 years later, but just like you said, you still got people believing that my father did that.
That must hurt, man. That must really suck.
Well, it's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can do, because we know it's a lie. I know it's a lie. My family knows it's a lie.
Like, how long I've known you, brother?
For a while.
For a while.
Good while.
And I came to you, telling you about the Netflix situation, not even knowing who your father was.
Right.
Small world.
Yeah.
That's how this came about.
Right.
You know? You know?
Yeah, because we did the next thing together.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And then when you telling me who your father was, I was like blown away. And I asked, did you want to set up this interview? Because I don't know how I would be able to withstand something like that, man.
Well, listen.
To know that my father was falsely accused of the nation. That's what I'm gonna call it.
That's
Malcolm
what it
X is-
was. That's what it was.
Right, right. And then to have me rot in prison for all these years, man.
And that's what they did. That brother, Muhammad, he's 81 years old, man. He don't have no contact with his family, his children.
But he's out. He's out of prison.
Because he's out. My father's out too. My father passed 09.
Yeah, no, nine.
Both of them got out. But I'm just saying, it's damage is done, man.
And was your father ever reconsidering about reconnecting with Louis Farrakhan to speak to him?
Never. No.
Louis Farrakhan never reached out to him or anything?
I don't know about that, but I know my father, from my understanding, my father's left things alone. When he came home, he was more like low key. And he was like, I used to talk to him about meeting people, and he'd be like, nah, I'm good. Because I guess he was just talking about, I did all that. Now I understand. I didn't understand my father then. Now I understand that the way when he came home, he was letting me know. I didn't know because my mom was somewhere else. He was letting me know that he was almost a rot in there. Then they died in there. Now he come home, knowing ain't nobody really do nothing for him. I think I would have did the same thing.
So when you said when he came home, your father isolated himself from the nation.
Yeah, that's what he started doing that. I didn't understand at the beginning. When he came home, he did make something different. He came around, he was teaching here and there, but then after a while, he just started isolating himself.
Do you think the Nation of Islam used your father as a fall guy?
No, it's not the Nation of Islam. That can't.
And that's a two-part question.
Right.
Because in order for me to say that, what I'm really asking you is, do you think the Nation of Islam had anything to do with the assassination of Malcolm X?
No, not at all.
So you don't believe that any Muslims had anything to do with the assassination?
Well, the brothers from over there in Jersey, they was Muslim, but see, people, you gotta understand the system, brother. The system use scapegoats. The FBI is very, very cunning. They can take a little something and make it big. You can see it every day. I mean, you can sit right here and talk about my father, and then something happened around the corner, and they'll say, man, you did something. We sit right here in this lobby, making doing an intake on my pops.
Wow, but you would think with the evidence that we'd be able to beat
Look,
something like that.
look, they had the evidence, brother. The man said from day one, like that's Lafayette, I'm Khalil. The man said Lafayette and Khalil had nothing to do with it. Come on, they supposed to been cut loose.
Wow,
The man telling you.
wow,
I did the same thing with my crime, you know what I mean? When I
wow,
got arrested, police asked me questions. I said, look, you got me. There's no need to talk about nobody else. And I went and got 10 years.
wow. Now, you know, Malcolm X was very beloved, especially in the streets of Harlem.
Of course.
You know, he was in the business of putting broken families together. You know, it was a time where, you know, black people had backbone, you know,
Yeah, at the time.
at the time, you know. It was during the time, you know the old saying, takes a village to raise a child,
Yeah.
and we was about that business, you know. I would like to know that was your father's life in danger in prison?
Not at all.
Not at all, because you said it yourself.
I was there.
Not everybody believes if your father was innocent.
My father was in maximum security for 3 years. And my father kept telling him to let me go. Said nothing gonna happen to me. And when my father came out, all the so-called gangsters, all the baby talking blah 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 blah. My father came out. He started doing services every Friday, and he said, "Look, my name is Khalil, and if you have any concerns, if you want to ask me something, I did not kill Malcolm X. But if you want to see me, I'm right here. Ain't nobody pick up a finger." Through the whole time my father was in jail, he had to work. He would sleep peacefully every night.
Every night.
Every night, peacefully.
But he let it be known who he was.
He let it know I'm here. Whatever you want to do. You want to talk to me, you want to rumble, whatever you want to do, I'm here. But I did not assassinate Malcolm. I love Malcolm. And if you look at it, you'll see it.
Wow.
Yeah, he ain't do that.
Wow. And there was some people who, as we like to say today, when we express who we rolling with, there was some people that was mad at Malcolm X. They figured that he spoke too prematurely about Elijah Muhammad and his affairs that he had with
Now,
his
that
secretary.
wasn't right. That wasn't right.
So, you on who defense? Elijah Muhammad?
No, I'm not on nobody's defense. I'm just saying, doing that, I'm just trying to show you what people did.
Okay.
J. Edgar Hoover was afraid of Malcolm. Martin Luther King, he didn't care. He had dirt on Martin Luther King. He had dirt on everybody.
Right.
Everybody know Martin Luther King liked to knock them girls off. He didn't have that on Malcolm. Malcolm was straight up. You see what I'm saying? And he knew they were two great minds. So you gotta understand about the devil. You gotta understand about the government. They believe in divide and conquer because they don't want us to come together. Because two parties come together, that's gonna be a problem.
Do you think the Nation of Islam, there's members?
Huh?
Do you think there was members who was jealous of Malcolm X?
Well, that's what they say. I don't have that experience, so I'm not gonna speak on it. That's what they say. I can't see them being jealous of the brother because the brother he did good works. You know what I mean?
Because according to the documentary, right, they were saying how some members felt threatened that they felt that Malcolm X was trying to take Elijah Muhammad's spot.
Well, that's what happens when you deal with jealousy and envy. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Now he know they were like father and son, so how you gonna do that?
Well, his own kids didn't like him.
But that's them. Because you gotta understand something, brother. Our people are strange. It's just like me and you. You like the Knicks, you talk about the Knicks, and eventually, by me being with you, people ain't gonna like me just by being with you because you like the Knicks.
Right, right.
That's how people are.
Wow.
We can't change that.
Wow.
You know, like the man told this is my son. That's jealousy and envy. Just like in the Bible, Cain and Abel, man.
Okay.
We live in that now.
Okay.
Look at you. You go around doing interviews on the Knicks, whatever the case may be, and people won't even like you. You ain't doing nothing.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You definitely come across
So that's
those.
what happened with Malcolm. And Malcolm was very educated. And now, yeah, he didn't go to school. He educated. He was the only man, black man, that knew the dictionary front and backwards. He educated himself in there.
Wow.
And people envy you no matter what you do, brother. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. No matter what you do, somebody ain't gonna like you.
That's right.
I work right here, nobody like me. But it don't bother me. Because I'm here for my job. I'm not here for you.
That's right. That's right.
That's the word of the world, brother.
Yeah. Now, going back to your father, very interesting, man. Was he bitter?
No, it wasn't bitter at all.
Was he bitter towards the system,
Yeah,
as he should rightfully be?
yeah, he was bitter towards the system, but he wasn't bitter. You know, he said, look, I know I ain't do this. He said, there's some things I got away with. He said, I gotta take this hit. He said,
Why you think they chose your father of all people, man?
I just told you in the beginning, my father and Muhammad Aziz, they was enforcers. They was enforcers, brother. They was enforcers for Mosque number 7.
Wow.
So somebody gotta take the weight. And if you study, if you did all the books you read, my father was home with arthritis. Muhammad Aziz was home, laying on his couch.
And that wasn't enough to get him off?
No, sir. It was a setup. They were the 4 guys. It's always a 4 guy, brother.
That's a scary situation, man.
It's-
To know
it's
that
real.
you that you didn't have to be in a
And they set you up. It's real. If the FBI wants you, they get you. It's real. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts, about it.
wow. Would you advise a youngster who's running wild in these streets to go to the Nation of Islam to clean up?
No, I want to do that. I'm just today, man. I'm live and let live. You do what you want to do. I'm not gonna tell nobody what to do. I'm gonna tell myself what I'm gonna do for me, but I'm not gonna tell nobody what to do. I'm not gonna do that. Everybody got their own choice. I still go up there where I came from, and I respect that.
So do you think there's any good in that,
Ain't good in what?
in the Nation of Islam?
Yeah, there's a lot of good in it. People being educated. A lot of people stop drinking and smoking. People going to school. They still trying to raise a nation. There's a lot of good in it. You don't see too many people out here talking to people in the street, talking about pick down that poison. Like Malcolm used to say. Malcolm said when people smoke cigarettes, he said you got food on one end and fire on the other.
Wow.
That didn't come from Farrakhan, it came from Malcolm.
Wow. Now, what would you like to see happen
Well,
with
what I
this
want to
document?
happen now, I'm
Right.
praying that they open the case, and even though my father is no longer here physically, but spiritually he relies on me because I'm living less than my father, I'm praying each and every day that the same thing they did for the Central Park 5, exonerated 5, the correction,
Yeah, Corey Wise, you know,
I know
yeah.
about that, I'm praying to do the same thing for my father and Muhammad Aziz, God willing.
Mm.
And my family that's left here, because half his family gone, the family that's left here, that's what we looking forward to. We looking forward to him exonerating my father.
And now it's kind of like put a closure.
That's the closure there. That's it right there in a nutshell.
Did it make you angry watching that Netflix special, man?
I have some feelings, but that's my personal feelings. Hold on, oh man, my sister.
Huh?
Yeah, Karen? Yeah, Karen?
Hello?
Yeah.
She's not even there. She out in Brooklyn.
All right, I'll talk to you later. I'm at the job.
I'll right back, because I get them next week.
All right, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want. I just want them the same way you did them. I want to do my father and Muhammad Aziz because it's not going to bring back my father's. It's not going to bring back the love my father we had at one time. But I'm just praying that the Islam and the people realize that all this time they lied on my father.
Wow, man. And history needs to be cleaned up, man.
History need to be cleaned up 2020.
Now, how do you feel about that Muslim brother who actually, I think his name was William Bradley?
Yeah, he's deceased now.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was on a campaign with
Booker.
Booker.
Wow. You think Booker knew about that? You think,
No, Booker ain't know. Booker ain't know.
you didn't think he knew?
He didn't know. Booker ain't gonna have no violence campaign like that. But you know why? Because there's no statute of limitation on murder. If I kill somebody now, 20 years from now, and they come to that door and get me, I'll go to jail. Booker ain't know. He's innocent.
Wow. Wow. Wow, man. I mean, I'm lost for words, man, and I'm so sorry that you had to grow up with such a horrific past, man.
Come with the territory, brother. But today I realized that I had to, you reap what you sow.
And you never lost your faith.
No, I ain't gonna do my faithful one, no.
Because if it was me, I'd probably be angry, man, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm angry.
If your story was my story and my father came from mosque number 7 and my father got falsely accused of killing such an icon like Malcolm X, somebody who stood for something.
Remember, we love Malcolm X. We all love Malcolm X. If you go on to take further, even with Chama Muzi, if you look at it, tape, you hear what he said. He want to make amends because they didn't know nothing. The stuff they knew now, if they knew now, that would never happen.
Right. He would.
Right, but ignorant is bliss. We gotta study history, man. A lot of people, like today, they take things on face value, but people they don't think. See, the thinker benefit the thinker, they don't think. If they think, they wouldn't have the world would be shit the way it is now.
But that brother should have came clean and said, yo, these two men here have nothing.
I did, brother, don't ask me why. He was living his life. He was on a campaign.
Do you have any animosity towards him?
No, sir. No.
So all's forgiven?
Yeah, I got
In your heart, no malice?
No malice at all. I'm upset with the system. Because they allowed, I told you, there's no statute of limitation on murder, brother. They had him on TV like 4 or 5 years ago. You know what he said? I don't know what you're talking about.
Straight lie.
Yeah.
Straight lie, man.
Mm-hmm.
So would it be safe to say that there were some puppets in the Nation of Islam? In order for Malcolm X...
They use it as a scapegoat. They use that. Trust me, study more and more, you'll see more that J. Hoover was a powerful man. Somebody coming in out here? J. Hoover was powerful, brother. Study J. Hoover, man, he was powerful. They infiltrated everything.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Well, they said they had, because if I'm not mistaken, Malcolm X had a personal bodyguard who was an informant.
Well, you had Gene Roberts, you had John Ali, them brothers, they were agents. Speak for yourself, brother.
Wow. Wow. Man, I want to thank you for your time doing this interview, man.
Yeah, we be in contact, and God willing, that whatever you do with that, you do it in a positive way.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to upload it on social media. I just want the world to know because it's an interesting story.
My father was an innocent man. He had nothing to do with that at all. But he was a man because he did his time. And he came home, look, he did his time, came home and died.
Wow. So how long was he free before he passed on?
Maybe about 10, 12 years, maybe 10, 15 years. He came out, 85. But I want to thank Emir Wadi Muhammad because he went to the prison and said, before me and you talk, I'm going to ask you, do you have anything to do with Malcolm? He said, no, sir. And then they took it from there.
Can you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
Emir Wadi Muhammad went to the prison to see my father in Green Haven. But he asked my father because Emir Wadi Muhammad and Malcolm were brothers.
Right.
Spiritual brothers. He said, before we start the interview, I want to ask you one question. Did you have anything to do with Malcolm X? And my father said no, and that was it.
That must have, and he passed on.
No, he passed on when he came home.
Right. Wow.
But that cleared Emir Muhammad's heart because they was close. If you look at the tape, they was close.
Right.
You know.
Wow, man. Sad, man.
It's sad, but it's real.
It's sad. Do you think Louis Farrakhan is gonna lead the people in the right direction as far as we had Master Ford, W. Ford, pass the torch to Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah.
Elijah Muhammad You know, if Malcolm X was still here, Malcolm X probably would have been ahead. You know?
Well, Malcolm X was a good brother. He was educated. He was for the people, for human rights, not civil rights, human rights, freedom, justice, and equality. He was a good man, but he was ahead of his time. And that's why sometimes
Now, when you say Malcolm X was ahead of his time, you say that according to what? Knowledge?
knowledge-wise, yeah.
You think he had more love for the nation than Elijah Muhammad?
No. They was equal. They was on the same page. Remember, Elijah Muhammad shaped and molded him. Remember, he met his brother. His brother was trying to tell him about it when he came home. And so, no, not like that.
Do you find it kind of funny, interesting that Elijah Muhammad said, the disciple that I have in Malcolm X, in order to stop him, you will have to kill him. You saying right here in front of me that you don't think that Elijah Muhammad had anything to do with Malcolm X's death.
No, he had nothing to do with that. I don't believe so. I believe he came from the other side. I keep trying to tell you, they use other things.
So what do you say when you hear someone like Louis Farrakhan say that Malcolm X was worthy of death? I seen the men say that.
I understand you said that, but at that time, you're not saying that now. That's at that time, brother. You know, as time go on, you get educated. You know, he ain't saying that now.
So you saying that Louis Farrakhan retracted his
Yeah,
statement?
of course he did.
So he no longer feel that.
No, it's that. No, I can't think for Farrakhan.
No, and I understand that. I'm just telling you the.
I'm saying he's not saying all that what he said in the past. We in 2020 now. He's not talking like that. Matter of fact, his daughters are not talking like that. They understand. They talking also with the brother, and they try to say we want to thank you. Listen, I'm thanking him so they can exonerate my father because look at him. They see their father getting murdered.
Right.
Look at them now. They're not the same, brother.
Malcolm X's kids, right?
They're not the same, brother.
Now, are you aware? Of course you're aware. But that brings back to the incident where Malcolm X's daughter tried to assassinate Louis Farrakhan years
That was
ago.
a trick too. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Explain to me.
The guy came and started, from what I understand, the guy was just talking to her. Actually, how he felt. She was just talking, yeah, man, you know, I would, you know, like I make a statement, yeah, I want to punch my supervisor in the mouth. People run with that. The man ran with that. Ain't no plot. I just, why she ain't go to jail if she wanted to kill him? She would have went to jail. She ain't go to jail. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, brother. You gotta be intelligent. You gotta be careful the words you use and who you talk to.
Right,
People want to destroy you.
right,
This is no good.
right.
Our people go with this. They don't go with evidence, proof, documents. They go with this. That's sad. Very sad.
Instead of getting the facts. Well, I'll be the first to admit that I don't know everything.
Well,
That's why I was so fast. That's why I'm learning through you, brother.
But you learn as you go along.
Right.
You gotta do research, you gotta ask questions. That's how we learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how we learn.
Yeah. So,
I gotta cut it short, but they're going in and out, man. I gotta do somebody.
all right, man. It was nice, man, doing this
Yeah,
interview,
nigga,
man.
we really gotta come out see you all the time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We definitely gonna do this again. To all my viewers out there who's tuning in, I want to thank y'all, man, for tuning in to the son of a falsely accused killer of Malcolm X.
Yeah.
And he's here to put his piece out and let it be known that his father is 100% innocent. He didn't do it, and we're gonna protect his father's legacy and the legacy of the great Malcolm X.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace. Thank you, brother. Peace. I like that. Stay in contact, man.
You're welcome.